Hello everybody. We will be finding this equation for this function. So the first question is, what is the concavity of this function? Well, you see the parabola is facing down, so we're going to say it's concave down. The next question asks, what are the coordinates of the vertex? Well, you know the vertex is either the peak or the minimum. If we zoom in, we see that the vertex is 1, 4. So the next question is, what is the a value for the parabola? Well, the first thing that you need to do is you need to first write this in factored form. And writing in factored form looks something like y equals x minus m, x minus n, where the m and the n values are the opposite signs of your x-intercepts. So if we zoom in, we see that our x-intercepts are -1, 0, 3, 0. So that means we have y equals a, x plus 1, x minus 3. And remember, the reason why they're the opposite signs is if I set x plus 1 equal to 0, that gives me -1. If I set x minus 3 equal to 0, this gives me x equals 3. So I know that what I have written down as x plus 3 and x minus 1 are correct. So now what you do to actually find the a value is you pick any point on your graph and we're going to substitute it. I think it's just easier just to use our vertex. So we're going to call this x, we're going to call this y, and I'm going to plug it in. And notice that I'm substituting 1 for both x's because that is my x value. I can take any point. It doesn't have to be 1, 4. Is there another point on here we can pick? I guess you can pick this point also. What is this? -2, -5. You could pick this point, 4, 5. Whatever point that you pick, this answer that I'm going to get for a is going to be the same thing. So I'm going to get 4 equals a times 2 times -2. 4 equals -4a. Divide by -4. And I get that a is -1. So my a value is -1. So I'm going to come back here and say that a equals -1. And I'm going to box that. So that's how you find your a values. You need to know both your x-intercepts to do that. So I'm going to erase all this. And now write my new equation, which is y equals -1. I don't even need to write -1. You just write a negative sign. X plus 1, x minus 3. So that is one equation in factored form. Let me go ahead and put the -1 because I think that's going to help us. The next part is to write a second equivalent form. So what I'm going to take is I'm going to take the first two terms and I'm going to multiply these first. So if I multiply these, I'm going to get y equals -x minus 1. The reason, how I'm getting that is by distributing the -1 to each of these terms. And then I'm going to copy down my other factor, which is x minus 3. Then I'm going to go ahead and multiply these two. And you should get -x squared plus 3x minus 1x plus 3. And you get -x squared plus 2x plus 3 as your second answer. And this is the answer in standard form. If you're not sure how I got that, remember I'm just distributing the first term with each term in a second factor and taking the second one and doing the same. And then over here, I combined it like terms in order to get 2x. And that's all you do for this question. So a lot of you, if you were able to get that, or hopefully you have a better understanding of that, probably did not like question 11. Because if you look at question 11, unfortunately, we see that our x-intercepts are decimals. So that technique I just taught you there will not work. So what I would say for Number 11 is just to write concave up, vertex of 1, comma, -9, right, non-available and non-available. I'm not going to give you a question like this on the test, and we're not really going to discuss too much about this, so you don't have to worry about that. So hopefully this helps you. Have a good day.